Hello, bookers and bookettes. Welcome back to the channel, or welcome to the channel. I am here with this year's first installment of the About the Author series. And the author I selected for this week is none other than Mrs. ReShonda Tate Billingsley. Now, I'm not going to really focus on all of her many awards and many, she's moved all over just in terms, because for one thing, she was both a television and news reporter. She also, for a little while, worked at... She worked as, I should say, the tabloid of all tabloids, the National Enquirer. Whoa. I hope this is as salacious as we'll ever hear about Miss ReShonda Tate Billingsley. But anyway, let's start at the beginning. ReShonda Tate Billingsley was born on September 7th, 1969 in Kansas City, Missouri. She graduated high school in Houston, Texas in 1987. And then in 1993, after being rejected by several different publishing companies, she stepped out on faith and she published her debut novel, My Brother's Keeper. I read that. It's a pretty good book. Now, a subsidiary of publishing giant Simon & Schuster called Pocketbooks somehow got a copy of her book, and they liked it. And it paid off in big dividends for ReShonda, because not only did they publish that novel, they have picked up and published every novel to date. And it's somewhere between, she has 35 or 40 books in print, and Pocketbooks has published them all. Now, I said that Pocketbooks is a subsidiary of Simon & Schuster. That is true. Let me tell you something else that is also true. Sidebar. Now, I'm not sure if any of you are familiar with the singer Carly Simon. I guess her singing would fall under the genres of folk singing, easy listening, easy rock, easy pop, that kind of music. She also, her time seems to me to have been from the mid-1970s through the mid-1980s. She had really big hits with You're So Vain and Anticipation. Later on, Jessie, and then also Coming Around the Bend. She was married for a time to singer James Taylor, and his music would fall under the same categories as hers. Now, together, I'll go ahead and say this now. Together, they had an album of duets, I believe. All I know or remember is that the one song I liked by them as a couple is called Mockingbird. Now, he has songs like How Sweet It Is to Be Loved by You, and You Got a Friend. Is one right on the very tip of my tongue, but I can't think of it. So if it comes to me before the video is out, if I blurt out something that it seems incoherent, that's the name of the song. So anyway, Carly Simon, her father Well, yes, her father was one of the founders of Simon and Schuster. Now, in her autobiography, Men and Trees, Carly states that when Simon and Schuster was coming into its own, her father was railroaded right out of the company that he helped to found. Now, I believe he passed away from some other illness, but I know that the depression fueled the illness, or the illness spiked the depression. He didn't live much long after he was let go. I guess you're getting a 2-in-1. I hadn't even thought about or paid this any attention. But yes, her father, Richard L. Simon, was one of the founders of Simon and Schuster. Now, him getting railroaded out of his company happened also to someone else. Guess who it is? Media mogul Tate Turner. Now, I think pretty much everybody knows that Tate Turner was the one behind CNN. But what a lot of people probably didn't know was that he also was let go before CNN was as big as it is now. All right, that's rough. Anyway, back to Miss ReShonda Tate Billingsley. Now, she's always had an active imagination and a knack for crafting storytelling. They paid off for her in big dividends, obviously. She is married, and she is a mom of 3. She and her husband have 2 daughters, Maya and Morgan, and then they also have a son, Miles. ReShonda Tate Billingsley for a while worked as a television and news reporter, and still on occasion writes for the Houston Defender. Now, books that I have read by ReShonda Tate Billingsley, I didn't list them all because, I'm trying to get this done as concisely as I can. So, but I have read, I did not list them here, but like I said, I've read My Brother's Keeper. I've also read the Amen series, the Let the Church Say Amen, and then Say Amen again, and finally, Everybody Say Amen. So then the next one that I am showing here is my favorite of all favorites of hers. It's called I Know I've Been Changed. I guess you might think that I have a problem because I love the book so much. I've read it so many times. I can tell you my favorite chapters in this book. My favorite chapter is chapter 20. My close second favorite is chapter 9. Read the book. Pay attention to chapters 9 and 20. You'll know why they're my favorites. Okay, another book that she wrote is called Rumor Central. Now, although she was an adult when she wrote the book was written, goodness gracious. The book was written for and about teens. It's a series. I believe it's 6 books in that series. It's an excellent series. I wish my daughter might to read, because I would highly recommend this to her and any other young lady out there. Hopefully the young ladies like to read, but at age 15, the last thing my daughter wants to talk about is reading. So, moving on. The Devil is a Lie. That is also an excellent book. Ooh. What do I want to say? I think that the ending is more telling. As great as the book is, the ending is more telling about the entire book. You could not have paid me to predict this ending. I like stuff like that. All right. Then I have also read The Pastor's Wife and The Secret She Kept. Now, The Secret She Kept was made into, I think it was a TV one or a BET movie. I know that the subject matter of the book is about mental illness, specifically bipolar disorder. If you haven't read the book, I would recommend you reading versus watching the movie. I don't know, it's really true that the book is way better than any movie that you can find. All right, now here are a few books by her that I plan to read. Now, bookers and bookettes, I don't know when I'll get around to reading anything because I have a lot of books that have been suggested through my book suggestion Sunday videos. I also have my own personal reading list. But just remember, if you can, that whenever I read a book, I will be recapping and reviewing it on this channel. All right, I want to read Miss Pearlie's Girls, What's Done in the Dark, The Perfect Mistress, A Little Bit of Karma, and It Should Have Been Me. Now, if any of those titles are worth their weight in words, I am going to be in for a doozy of a read, no matter which book it is. Okay, this completes this first video for the About the Author series. I apologize for getting it up tonight. I meant and had all intentions of doing this last night, but for whatever reason, I worked on this for like 4 consecutive hours. And then the voice, nothing was ever coming up, coming out. It just was not coming together for me. And then I just got frustrated after 4 hours. And I just put it all aside and I picked it up today with fresh eyes and ears. And now I'm not quite as frustrated. You may see or hear some stuff in here that I might tend to ramble. I hope not. But if you do, just disregard it and know that next week I hope to be back on the A game. Okay? Now, as always, subscribers, please don't forget to like and share the video. And visitors, if you happen upon the channel, please feel free to subscribe. We would love to have you here. And you all, subscribers and visitors alike, please don't forget. Well, comment respectfully, and please don't forget to hit the notification bell so you'll know every time I upload a video. And if you have any articles that you want me to mention on this channel, especially if the article is informative or insightful, please let me know and I will mention it on the next time I upload a video. I don't believe I have any new subbies, but if I do and you don't mind, just say I'm a newbie or a new subscriber, new booker or bookette, whatever, so that I can say hello to you on the next video and take the page from my sister-in-law's book. If you do that and you have something going on YouTube, feel free to let me know so that I can follow you on your journey. as well. All right. Now, remember this. As long as there are books around, there's always something to read. Bookers and bookettes, be safe. Thanks for watching and or listening. Thanks for being patient with me. Be safe, be careful, and God bless.